What is up with the squad? It's such favorite Auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building with Rob the Man Media. Mr. Shake My Hand. What's good? What's good? What's good? Emily, what's happening? What's happening?
What's happening? What's happening, man?
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. What's good?
All right,
So,
welcome to the first edition of South Carolina Gamecocks in the W edition of Hot Takes, baby. Welcome in. So every Monday, man, that's what we give it to y'all. So y'all tune in, y'all pull up every Monday. We give y'all
updates on what the
weekly
Gamecocks
updates.
Doing. So which Gamecock you want to start with today? First of all, do y'all know? Let's make sure y'all know the 9 Gamecocks in the league right now. Y'all know the 9 Gamecocks in the league right now. I want to make sure y'all know them. So we got A'ja Wilson, of course. Right? We got Dr. Ivy Girl was good. We got A'ja Wilson. We got Tahina Pao Pao. We got Alicia Gray. We got Sia Fagan. We got Tiffany Mitchell. We got Kamilla Cardoso. We got Aaliyah Boston, Zia Cook, and Ty Harris.
Yeah.
All right, everybody know them now? Y'all know them now. Okay. Let's start with Fagan first. I want to start with Fagan.
Let's get it.
I want to start with Fagan because I want to know, we haven't had a chance to really see Fagan on the floor in the regular season.
Yeah.
We see the Sparks fighting, right? So the Sparks are fighting. They're in these games. To me, it seems like when the games are tight, we're probably not going to see Fago. So when do you think we'll see Fago, or is it just a matter of Fagan earning her time through practice? What do you think is going on there?
I think you see Fagan in the next 2 games. Within the next 2 games, I think more of it's just getting through the first 2 games to see what you had, practice time, of actually understanding, like, you know, because they're only playing 7 people right now, right? You know, as time go on, eventually she's got to play because somebody's gonna get a negative injury or something's gonna happen. But within the next 2 games, I definitely see Fagan getting some type of minutes, whether that's 5 to 7 minutes off the bench. I think that's a big miss on their coaching style, but they got a brand new coaching staff, so they are dealing with a lot of injuries there. And now that, you know, Ray Buick's out the way, and you know, you got Odyssey Sim starting with a backcourt with Plum, is the ability to incorporate the bigs, right? As you see Stevenson playing out on the wing and all this, I think Fagan has a real role that she could come and fill in behind Derek and Heavy, but she's got to come in and rebound, and she's got to be able to shoot the ball when she comes in the game. And I think that's the part of confidence that they're waiting on to see in practice before they put her out there in the actual game.
All right. Y'all let me know in the chat. Do y'all have a favorite Gamecock in the league? Do y'all have a favorite Gamecock in the league? I want to know. Let me know if y'all got a favorite Gamecock in the league. Okay. I'm hoping that we get to see Fagan in the next 2 games. That would be good. You just want to say something? Go ahead.
No, I often say, you know, you looked at Fagan. For me, to you, how do you? I looked at Tiff Hayes. So, you know, when you see Tiff Hayes that first game of the regular season, how do you?
Tiffany Mitchell.
Sorry.
Mitchell. Yeah. Are you good? So here's the thing, and this is what I was going. This was it's good that you brought up Tiffany, because I was going to talk about the fact that this year we get a chance to really see some Gamecocks play together, right? So we got Tiffany Mitchell with A'ja, and we got Pao Pao with Alicia Gray. So Tiffany Mitchell got in the game. She played about 17 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Two rebounds is what we saw. But I saw the energy. And I saw, more than anything, I saw the want to, right? And that's one of the things that I felt was missing from our bench, was just the want to. The want to play defense, the want to hustle, the want to make the plays, the want to win. So I'm liking what Tiffany Mitchell is going to be able to bring, but I know that she's working her way back from injury and illness last year. So trying to give her space and grace, but excited to have her on the team. Go ahead.
The one thing I said in that game was, because the injuries, it made her have to play the 4 instead of allowing her to play the 3. Because we were super small on the floor, but we'll get into that tonight. You know, because we got an Aces show. We'll get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Aces then. Yeah, so, this is just like Gamecocks in the W. Yeah. And how they progressing? Progressing, and just making sure that we keeping a light on the Gamecocks that's in the W, because sometimes they get lost, and some of y'all don't even know where some of the Gamecocks is. So, you know, there's that.
That's facts.
So I'm
So
seeing
with Crystal,
I
with
was a fake. Okay, all right.
with Crystal going to play with Crystal playing next game, that's going to help us, as far as the Aces go. So I think you'll see a better version of Tiff out there on the floor. Plus, they're playing Connecticut, so her being at the three, I think she's going to give a lot more production than she did this last game. I just think that we were just too small, right, in the game. So, but hey, what's your next game card
Yeah,
that you
look.
got? Because I went with Tiff. You started with Fagan. So what we got next?
So I mean, we could stay at the Aces. We could talk Asia. I
Okay.
mean, Asia's big Gamecock. Like that's mother, right? So we can talk Asia. Asia's the favorite, but new favorite is Pao Pao. Like Asia is I think Asia is every basketball player's favorite basketball player. It's like
Yeah.
Asia's the easy favorite Gamecock, right? So, um, man, I love them all. I love them all. I got a sweet spot for Pow Pow just because she came out most recently. Fago too, but Zia Cook right now is probably the one that I want to watch. But we can stay on. Let's stay with Asia and her approach this
31,
season. Asia, yeah,
31 points, 16 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the crazy
yeah,
part about it is she could have had 8 or 9 assists if we just make wide open threes. We miss
11,
a we miss
11.
a ton of wide open threes from her assists on kickouts. Those go down. That game is completely different. But it's a game of runs, right? It's a make or miss league. So when you look at the misses, her impact to that game is showing you that, hey man, I'm not satisfied with what happened last season. I'm coming back with that same focus, that same mission, that same drive to show you that I'm MVP this year. And so when you look at the first games of the season and who really stood out, Asia Wilson, you got to talk about it. You can't say, hey, no MVP talk without no Asia Wilson. Like, that's just what it is. And we see the signs of who people trying to push right now, but Asia Wilson's still there. And you ain't finna be able to move her out the way because she coming to get you buckets and she's gonna rebound in the high clip right now. And so you just love to see the maturation of the offense with Asia. But I think you haven't seen Asia's best game yet. And she's
Oh
gonna have a
no,
lot of games that look like 31 and 16.
I mean, but that's because Asia's like a walking 25 and 10 whenever she want to be. Like when she hit the floor, she can be a 25 and 10
Well, she
if that's what she wants to be, right?
25 and
Go ahead.
12. 25 and 12 minimum, right? And the reason
Yeah,
why I
hit
say
the
20
floor.
the reason why I
Go
say
ahead.
25 and 12 minimal is because I don't think Kid Starks is gonna play a lot with her in the game. So it's gonna require her to rebound the basketball even more. Just because we got to get something out there. We got to get something out that spot, right? I don't care who it is, but we got to get something out that spot. But we'll go more into detail about that tonight. As we talk about the Aces, Asia Wilson and Tiff, more into that. Um,
Yeah, I'm not so much about
yeah,
the Las Vegas Aces, just Asia in general as a
yeah.
Gamecock, right? Like Asia sets the tone of what people I think expect from the rest of the Gamecock. So I like how they line up. But Asia came back. We saw her, and she didn't play unrivaled. And she talked about the fact that this was the first season that she kind of just got to just rest up, get ready for the season, launch her shoe. She had a super successful shoe launch. I love the way that Asia gives back. I love the way that she represents for her community and for the young kids looking up to her. I saw some dope pictures of Asia just this weekend in this opening weekend of just how
Yeah.
impactful she is and how thoughtful she is in how she's branding herself and introducing that brand to everyone. So I love the responsibility and the care that she has around that, and it shows up like from her coming on the court to her walking off the court. I saw a picture of Asia like shooting a jumper. So she's shooting a jumper like from the corner, I think, and straight down that eye line is a young girl that has on like Asia has on the blue A1s, and then you got the young girl with the all pink A1 outfit
Yeah.
on, and the shoes, right? And the Instagram is captioned like if you can see her, you can be her. Like that's so important in how she shows back up and in how our Gamecocks show back up. And I want to be able to make sure that when we are talking about these Gamecocks on the Monday show, that we highlight the
I'm a,
totality of what their impact is. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's what I was gonna hit to. You know, it's her impact in the league, right? You see everybody rocking A1s, the influence that she has in the league, the respect that she has in the league. That they can't go unnoticed, right? The events that she's doing, and you got the entire league supporting her and behind her. The presentation that she's bringing, the way Nike's marketing. I'm not gonna say W. The way Nike's marketing her, it's just brilliant to see. And it's dope that they really highlight Asia. You know what I'm saying? And they should have been doing it, but they're doing it now. So man, it's just appreciation to what Asia Wilson is doing and
I
moving
mean,
the needle in the right way for the women.
from the commercial to the pictures to the next thing I saw after I saw her shooting a picture with the young black girl in the shot was her coming off the court and just the shot of I'm specifically saying I'm specifically highlighting ethnicities and cultures because I need for people to understand how marketable she is. Y'all told me she
Yeah,
wasn't marketable. Then y'all told me she was only marketable to black girls. And then I'm seeing Asian girls with A1s on and black girls with A1s on. And I saw a young white girl as Asia's coming off the court. She's signing the shoe and you can see the pictures, as they're doing the shots of the girl. Like when she realizes that it's Asia coming, just the reaction, and then to have Asia sign the shoe and give it to her is just like, yo, y'all don't know what impact is. Y'all don't know what
yeah.
if you can see her, you can be her means, and how much of a impact she has on just being an ambassador of this game.
Well,
Um,
you have to realize one thing about one thing is that they always try to degrade the black players in the league to
mhm,
say, hey, how much
mhm.
value we get until you put it out there and you see, oh, it's reaching to another level that you wasn't expecting it to reach. And now that it's reaching to those levels and you getting the back end of it, oh, now we can push it. Now we can celebrate it because we see the impact of the growth of it instead of you should have been already giving those flowers out from the get go. But because
Oh
you said
yeah,
we couldn't do something, now we got to come up with a marketing plan to produce it, to show it. And now it's we all support, we all in. Yeah, because you see the
you
bottom
just
line from it.
yeah, but you just surprised. You just describe a black woman's everyday life. Everyday life. It's not good enough until you see how you can make some money off of it. That's
Yeah.
every day. Um, So, and I'm not gonna get on the soapbox about that, but yeah, great point. Like, yo, like she's the face of the league. She's probably one of the most, if not the most, one of the most decorated players in the game. Um, global brand. And I know people won't admit that, but she's a global brand. She's pressured. Asia Wilson is pressured. You don't gotta
I
admit it. Asia's
oh
pressured.
no doubt. But you talk about somebody getting their flowers, right? How about Alicia Gray with the Atlanta Dreams getting her flower? Because right, she's the number one option. I don't care how you want to look at, how you want to slice this thing up. She's the number one option in Atlanta, right?
I told
And
y'all
she's been a
she
number
that's
one
her
option
team.
for a while. But people have been that great in it. So
That's her
when you
team.
look at Alicia Gray dropping 25 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, how what else does she need to do to get what I'm saying to get some recognition around the league from these people? What else?
Alicia Gray is too nice. She's just too nice. They look at her and they like, oh, she's so sweet, she's so nice that they forget that she's a stone cold killer. 25.7 assists, 60% from three. Stop playing with me. 50% from the field. Alicia Gray is pressured. That's South Carolina. That's
Yeah,
South Carolina at its finest. Like, and the thing that I love about Alicia is she does it with a smile. The joy
hey,
she just has a joy. She has a joy for the
cookie with a
game that you
smile,
can just
baby.
yeah, that you just have to appreciate and respect.
Hey,
And it comes from such a humble place. Like she's one of the people who, like I said last year, I think she had one of the most overlooked years last year in just women's basketball. Period. Right. So, um, you come out of the WNBA season, you go into Athletes Unlimited, you win that whole thing. And Athletes Unlimited is meant for development. It's meant for showing off your game, showing off your skill set, showing how you fit in the WNBA. Right. So she wins that thing. She comes back and has a monster year last year that nobody really talks about. Nobody has gone to the All Star game and just won everything that was there. Nobody before Alicia when it did it. Like, did Dawn win the skills championship skills challenge? Yes. Did Dawn win a 3-point challenge? Yes. Did she do it in the same weekend? No.
no,
Alicia Gray did though.
she was
They talk
cooking.
about some
She was cooking.
cooking. They talk about Sabrina Ionescu like she's still the 3-point champion of the league. She's not. It's Alicia
No.
Gray. Put some respect on her name. So this is the year that I'm hoping that she gets some respect on her name. Um, I'm gonna ask you this: do you think that the coach that was at Atlanta last year, um, held some of Alicia's growth back some, or not even necessarily growth, but held her back from being able to kind of be a star in this league based on how she was running the team?
I don't think she really highlighted her. I'm gonna say she didn't highlight it, right, from a coaching standpoint. Because I don't. Sometimes when you say hold players back from coaching standpoints, it kind of it's a weird conversation that a lot of people don't understand. But I'll say that the previous coach was too busy trying to get Ryan Howard to be the face of the franchise that it really hurt them longevity wise when they should have been pushing for Alicia Gray to just be the number one option and then everybody play off of her, and whatever happens in that situation, you get that, right? And so when you look at Tanisha Wright and what she did versus what this new coach is doing, hey man, the new coach, hey man, Alicia Gray, put the ball in your hand, let's roll, right? Everybody got to play off your action, right? You come downhill, you come off a screen, pick and pop, that a pin down screen, anything kind of action, right? We trying to run through the offense through Alicia Gray because that's what's going to be successful, right? We've seen what it looks like if we put the ball in Ryan Howard's hand and tell us deliver the goods. We've seen what that is. It's inconsistent, right? When we can put Alicia Gray and give her the ball and tell her, hey, go take us to the promised land, she's delivering for you, right? And then on top of that, tell me one guard that's rebounding at a high clip like she's rebounding consistently, right? So she's doing everything that she can possibly make the team win, right? She's on the glass, she's getting deflections, she's getting steals, she's willing to give up the basketball to get the assists, right? I expect Alicia Gray to have a triple-double, multiple triple-doubles this year, based upon the way she played, based upon how this new coach is just putting the ball in her hands and say, hey, go get it, right? And they're finally understanding, man, hey, we cut Haley Jones, so you don't have to worry about a point guard not shooting. We got people that can score on the floor with you. All you got to do is just be you. So when you look at Alicia Gray and the abilities that she has this year and with this new coaching staff versus the old coaching staff, it's a 9-day difference. You're going to see her average more points and everything. So when you look at the pinpoint of everything and how everything is going to lay out for her, she should have a career year this year. Based upon the action that she's gonna be allowed to run this year.
And I know this is a Gamecock show, but I want to ask this, especially in the Atlanta situation. Do you have an idea what is it about Ryan Howard? Why are they so pressed to have Ryan Howard be the face or be the vocal point of the Atlanta Dream? Because I think there's a way that Ryan Howard could fit in, but it's not as the first option.
Because she was a number 1 overall draft pick. That's it. That's the only reason why. She was the number 1 overall draft pick. So we have to make this work. But guess what? The time is running out. I don't think after this year, I don't even think Ryan Howard's there.
I don't think so either. I don't know if she makes it through the whole season, but it doesn't even seem like Ryan Howard cares about being the number 1 option. So it doesn't seem like she cares. And then you have a better number 1 option. You have a better attack that would give you more success. I think. Why not just go with it? Unless it is like it has to be front office then.
I think she does, but I think the
you think she does want to be number 1? Okay.
Listen, I think she does, but I think she's mentally fatiguing Atlanta, right? You know how you could be somewhere so long and you just mentally fatigued and you just need something fresh. You need something new, something fresh. You need a new scenery.
Okay.
That's Ryan Howard. She needs something. She needs to be around. She needs to be in a different environment than Atlanta. Somebody, because she ain't really been pushed in Atlanta, to be honest with you. This is the best thing that she's had in Atlanta since she's been in Atlanta. Overall, roster construction-wise, talent-wise, this is the best thing she's had. Okay. At this point, the pressure's on you.
But if this is a contract year, she better get to showing out.
Everybody's contract year this year. It's for everybody's contract year. So that's what I'm telling you. I don't think she's back after this year. I think she gets traded or she just flat out just don't return her. Because guess what?
I mean, I don't see him not protecting her, right? I don't see him not protecting her. Like you said, she's a number 1 pick.
They're gonna protect her.
For her.
Yeah, they're gonna
But
protect her.
what do you
But
think?
at the end of the
What do you think
day,
you could get for her?
like I said, I would trade her to
Or
Chicago.
I'll say this: if you were going to trade her, because we're keeping Alicia Gray there, what do you need to bring in with Alicia Gray?
Honestly, Atlanta, you ain't winning the championship, right? We all can agree that they're not winning a championship this year. So if I'm them, I'm trying to get future assets. I'm trying to get somebody's first round pick. If I'm them, that's why I said I would send to Chicago and try to get Chicago first round pick or something out of it. I really wouldn't care about getting a player back, and because they got pieces, they could be successful and move Ryan Howard and just get draft picks back from it. Right? They can
Okay.
put in that role where Ryan Howard's at and be successful. And they can go pick up like a Bree Hall or something off you know what I'm saying, and move around. Like you see what the Gamecocks coming, shit, man. Listen, you put a Bree Hall on there with them two, we working with something. At least I know we ain't gonna be out here
So,
talking about just getting cardio.
well, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the possibility of putting another Gamecock here. Because I'll be honest. Before Pao Pao got here, Rob, I wanted Alicia Gray out of there. I'm like, yo, how do we get Alicia Gray to Las
Uh,
Vegas? Let's get Alicia back with Asia. I'm ready to start really seeing some Gamecocks playing together, right? Because I feel like they play
yeah.
to the same standard. So we got Pao Pao here, we got Alicia Gray here, Jordan Canada is here. Do you see an opportunity for Pao Pao? Because I feel like the way Pao Pao came into the league, there's an opportunity for her to be a starting point guard in this league. Yes, I said it. Argue with me in the chat. Tina Pao Pao as a starting point guard in this league. Do you see an opportunity for her to do it in Atlanta, like taking over Jordan Canada's spot, or do you think she's gonna have to
I,
leave out of Atlanta?
no, I think what they ultimately do, right? Because everybody's on a 1 year contract, regardless of the fact how I want to look at it. I think what they like for me, I'm trading Ryan Howard. And the reason why is because I just bump everybody down. Like Alicia Gray go to the 3, Papa go to the 2, and then Canada be at the 1. That's how I'm looking at it, right? From a standpoint. So I'm looking at both of them coming to play together with Alicia Gray. Now you work with something because now you got 3 guards that can get down here, that can attack the rim, they can create their own shots, and they can control the pace of the game. So I'm looking at it from
Mm-hmm.
that standpoint of the way the coach
You know,
really wanted to play.
I was trying to get Bree in there. I was trying to sneak Bree in there.
But
I'm
but
trying to
we
get
bring
Bree
it.
all the jobs.
Yeah, no, I get it. But if we go sign Bree, right? She coming in for Alicia Gray. She coming in for Pao Pao in a sense of the rotation, or she can come in for Jordan Canada. So you still get that same option of those 3 in the game at the
Mm-hmm.
same time. So that's how I'm envisioning. Like, how do we get Ryan Howard out the way? Because she ain't who she say she is, right? And so her going to go be in a different space might be the best blessing for her because it might
Mm-hmm.
open up her eyes, it might push her, but she needs to be around the right coach that's going to hold her accountable. And she hasn't been around one of those coaches that's holding her accountable, and that's the reason why she hasn't really had the success that she needs to have in the W.
Well,
So Bree Hall
so
to
and
Atlanta
listen,
be a perfect spot for her.
shoot, I saw a lot of teams that should have been calling Bree Hall this weekend. I've seen a lot of teams that should have been on Bree Hall line this weekend. They didn't have the perimeter defense or just a clutch shooting that they could use off the bench. So it was a few
But
teams that should be
some
calling
of
her.
them ain't looking to
But
play
I would
defense.
love her. I would love her in Atlanta. I would love her in Atlanta though. But let's talk Pao Pao. Pao Pao, 7 points, 4 assists, 33 from 3, 50 from the floor.
3
Uh,
rebounds. Don't forget the 3 rebounds
I'm
now.
Oh no! I see her. I see her out here. I see her out here. She had the 3. She had the 3 rebounds. She had a steal, 2 turnovers. We'll take that. 4 fouls. We got it. We got to get the fouls. We got to get the fouls down. 2 turnovers. Pau protects the ball. I'm not worried about her. Keep protecting the ball. I do want her to keep her fouls down. Um, but I
34
think
fouls
that's
not
gonna come
bad.
with just her.
Yeah.
But I think that just comes with her. Getting the
It's just
speed of the game,
matchups. Yeah.
right? Yeah, getting the
Just
speed of the game is just a good
just
feel.
matchups. I think so initially when she play everybody the first time, she's gonna have 3 or 4 5. When she gets to playing somebody for the second time of the season, it's gonna be less. She'll be down to like 2, 3 fouls a game. It's just a nature that first, you get them rookie calls because you just in the league, so you get an extra call that you normally wouldn't get. That's the case. So I'm good with it. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What you gonna say about Pao Pao?
No, we they took the loss. I think that what what Pao Pao brings, with Jordan Canada out right now, just gives Atlanta a leg up on teams in the sense that they really don't have tape on Pao Pao yet, as far as like as a professional. So Atlanta could still kind of show up and surprise some people in that area. But I think just overall, I'm just so proud. I'm proud of Pao Pao in the way that she just showed up as a pro and just was like, "Yo, I'm ready to go." What do you mean? It didn't look like any rust. I was so happy with the comments that I saw. It was like, "Yo, Pao Pao looked like a pro." And so I gotta say this because we talking about a team that got two Gamecock guards on it, and y'all keep telling me about these guards don't develop, but here they is showing up looking pro ready on in the pros. And so like I
Yeah,
wanted to take just a second and just call that out. Like y'all keep talking about all these guards she don't develop. I think she got 4 or 5 in the league now. So and Pao Pao is that newest addition, and she showed up running the team. And I'm excited to see where Atlanta could go. And I didn't necessarily have Atlanta in the playoffs. I had them maybe fighting around for the playoffs, but the dream could be in the playoffs. Especially if Ryan Howard gets going. Like, you know, I like the idea of her getting to a fresh start next season, but I want to see her start coming out of that shell, and really contributing on this team. But maybe it's a mid-season trade, and we don't see a lot of those in the WNBA. So maybe that's what we'll see.
I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see more trades happen this year than you do in normal years. But I think also the league is going to push for more trades throughout the season, moving forward, because it just brings excitement.
Is that
It just
drama?
brings
That's
excitement.
what I was gonna say. The drama of it, yeah, the drama
Yeah,
of it. That blockbuster trade. That look what
that,
happened, but it also is going. I think just naturally, some of these players are going to start to become empowered, right?
yeah.
Um. So,
Because this is
oh, go ahead.
go ahead finish.
No. Go ahead, because I was going to ask you another question, but because that
Oh
made me
no,
think about something else. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is the year of the CBA that the players should win, so they're gonna have a lot more player empowerment than normal.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna see
Mm-hmm.
them force trades in a situation. So you're going to see a lot more movement going forward into the next CBA, and then the owner's going to take back the power, and then it's going to flip back to the players. But uh, the excitement of just the regular season, getting into the postseason, and pushing, because it's really only 3 teams playing for a championship, forward if possible. And so somebody got to make a move at the top, right? Because everybody right now is chasing New York. What's one thing New York got is size. So you got to make a decision. Hey, we need some size. But I'll be
So
honest with you. I'll be honest with you though. If I'm the Aces, would I trade somebody off the bench in a second round pick to go get Ryan Howard, or a first round pick? I would, just for the season
mm,
to play the 4.
here's the thing.
Listen, play
Here's the
to play
thing.
the
Here's
4.
the thing. If she's going to show up and play, if you're going to come and do what you're doing in Atlanta, stay in Atlanta.
No, but I don't think she will though. She's gonna have size to play at the 4, right? She's gonna give us more than what Kia Stokes is giving us or what KB's giving us at the 4, right? So
Yeah, but
I think it could be a good move.
ain't the point of us having a big is so Asia don't have to play the 5, so that Asia can be the 4 that she is.
Right?
So
But
that
we
I'm gonna
not
trade
getting nothing
somebody
from
away to
it.
bring in another 4. Like I would rather them y'all really go get a 5. But I mean, if it's something that
Yeah.
Asia's interested in, my thing
Yeah.
is I'm not a Ryan Howard fan. I'm not really impressed. It's like at this point I don't even know what they keep calling her name for. It's like I feel like I'm gonna be honest, like they forcing her down our throat. Like she's quickly becoming like Tiffany Haddish for me. Like for real.
Yeah.
Tell me
I
about your
mean,
tell me your tell me your favorite Ryan Howard WNBA moment. Like I don't have one.
yeah.
I'm just being honest, y'all. So when I look at this team and I think about what you were saying about like 1 year deals, CBA time, people having to make trades, they really don't have to make trades, right? Because it's 1 year deals. So
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, do you think that we could see some Gamecocks be like, yo, we're a package deal as a core 3, as a core 4, as a you know what I mean? What do you think?
It'll be tough. I do think though, as this goes on, that you start to see the Gamecocks come together on one team. I do see that happening in the future. What team that's going to be, it's gonna be an interesting piece. But I do see a wave of everybody's on a 1 year deal, right? So when you think about like
Yeah.
Aaliyah Boston, Alicia Gray, them possibly leaving, I don't think Asia's leaving where she's at, right? And Pao Pao
Mm.
is going to stay where she's at.
So
So
my hot take is: does Asia stay, or does Asia want a new? Does Asia want a new team? Because when I'm looking at the Aces right now, what I'm not clear about with the Aces is what are y'all doing? We haven't figured we
uh,
haven't shored up the general manager. I love Becky Hammond as a coach, but I think at some point San Antonio could come calling. And I know that they hired somebody down there for Pop, but I think she was the success factor, the succession plan, and I think that Becky ultimately wants to be the one to have the first woman to have a WNBA and an NBA championship on her resume. So I don't know how much longer Becky is there. I don't know how much longer Asia's there. Asia's on a 1 year
so
deal here too. So
yeah,
if they're not bringing in a bench, if they're not like Asia comes in ready to play every year in mid-season form to start the season, she deserves to be someplace where players are going to show up like that, locked in, and wanting to go win the championship. And I'm
yeah,
gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You got people that's showing up like Kirsten Bell got out on the floor, and I know this ain't our Asia show, so we'll get back to that. But she got out on the floor. She didn't even look like she was ready to run. Meanwhile, Asia looked like she been running for 6 months. So if you can't match her energy, and if you're not matching what she bringing, man, get out the way. Get out the way, because you ain't doing nothing but slowing down the A1 train, man. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. Kirsten Bell, Kia Stokes, what y'all doing? It ain't enough to just be getting cardio now. It ain't enough to just be getting rebounds. We need points from those positions. We need points from you on the floor. If you can't deliver no points, if you can't defend nobody, get out the way. What happened in Vegas,
I,
stay in
I,
Vegas, but you'll be leaving Las Vegas real quick playing around. Oh, my bad. Go
I,
ahead.
no, you hit it right on the head, man. I'm getting tired of Kia Stokes, man. I'm being honest with you. I'm getting tired of
And I mean,
looking
I
at
know
that
this
like,
ain't our
man,
Las Vegas Aces
yeah,
show, but I'm just saying, like, yo, let's
yeah.
keep it a
I'm
buck.
getting
Like,
tired of
what
that.
are we doing? What are we
Yeah, I'm
doing?
getting
Because
tired of
I'm
that,
looking at
man.
Las Vegas, and y'all keep showing up short on Asia. Like, cash in. Like, she needs to cash in now.
Yeah,
She
we
just
went.
struck jackpot for y'all 2 times. She was in a position to go 3 times back to back. Chelsea Gray is showing up. Jackie Young is showing up, but I'm looking at come on,
Man,
trade KB
the
to
thing
who
that
won her?
ain't nobody. Yeah, that's. Like, when you looked at that game against New York, we put a lineup out there with 4 people under 6 foot. I thought we was going to guard New York. Like, man, what the hell are we doing, man? Like,
Great point. They rested. Meanwhile, Asia looked like she gonna have to play 40 minutes again this year. Why? Why?
man,
How? Why? Come on, stop that. Get some talent around her.
it's
Y'all should. They should.
listen,
They
it's too
should show
many.
up better for her. That's what I'm pissed off about. Like, bro, you see her working. You see how she comes to work every day, and then you still cool showing up still with like Buffalo Wild Wings sauce on your cheek and shit. Like, come on, man. Let's get to work
Listen.
out here.
All you have to do is go and really call Golden State. They got all the role players. Just call Golden State and get a couple of them. It ain't hard.
I like
It
it.
like they got
I
a
like
whole
it.
team.
But put
They
something
got a
around
whole
Asia.
team. They got a whole team full of role players. They understand. Hey, I know my job. Just call them. Pick up the phone, call them, and say, "Hey, let's go. Hey, let me get a couple of role players." You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Kid starts.
Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy. When we
Disney.
talk about pro players, I don't have time for when she does score. What pro basketball player you like? Well, when they do score, hey, I'm not.
She
Listen,
don't.
I'm
She's
not
scared to shoot the
here. I'm not
ball.
here for that.
She's scared to
I
shoot
don't
the
need.
ball.
Okay, yeah. See, Ben Simmons, I don't need it. I don't need.
Listen,
I don't need. We don't need Ben Simmons. I would have liked to see Kitley on the floor.
at least Kelly gonna attempt to look at the rim and try to score, not just rebound. You could be rebounding right there, nobody in front of you. I'm still looking to throw that thing out instead of just putting the ball back up. Like, we don't need that, man. You
So
got to bring something more to the table. That's all I'm saying. But because we still
I
got some
agree.
more we got to get into, right? As
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
you know,
Let's
what I'm
talk.
saying,
Let's talk. Let's talk. Ty Harris.
okay, you just want to go
Cause
tight?
Ty,
I'll go
Ty
go
got.
a little. Okay, go ahead. Let's rock. I'm here for it.
So what I got left? I got it. I got it. Ty, Zia, Aaliyah, Kamilla.
Yep,
If that worked. Ty,
yep.
Zia, Aaliyah, Kamilla. Only because Aaliyah and Kamilla had more chatter around them, so I
Yeah.
was saving them for the end. So Ty Harris, Ty Harris, 5 points, 3 assists, 100 from three, 66 from the floor, Ty gonna be Ty. Ty gonna be solid. Ty's not gonna lose you a game. Ty can play 14 minutes. Ty can play 40 minutes. It doesn't matter. Ty's a professional. Ty
Yeah,
Harris is a pro. A pro's pro. Um, gonna fit in Dallas. I'm interested just to see. My concern for Ty is like, yo, are you just gonna get the minutes? Are you gonna get the time on the floor to show what you can do?
yeah.
Because Paige is there, and it's Paige's team, and they trying to figure out what that looks like. And I don't want Ty to get lost in the shuffle. Ty Harris to me would have been a great point guard in Chicago, right? Like Ty Harris could have helped in Chicago to me versus being on the bench in Dallas. But what do you think?
Man, listen, that was my only downfall about Ty is being in Dallas is the opportunity to be able to play on the floor. Unless you gonna allow Ty to be out there with Paige and AO at the same time, which I think they can do that. Will they go
Mm-hmm.
and do it? I think if they actually went out and put that as a 1-2-3, they would actually look a lot better than what they are right now. I don't trust their coaching staff, so that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But the ability to go out there and be consistent and understand how to play a role and be a star in that role, that's Ty Harris 100%. Um, she's gonna come in every day. She's gonna work. She's gonna work her butt off at practice. She's gonna show up when she needs to show up. She's not gonna turn the ball over. She's
High
gonna give you
basketball
every
IQ.
energy play, and she's just gonna be in the right spot at the right time every time when she needs to. So, what you get out of Tyra Harris is just a complete player that understands how to be a star in a role, and those type of pieces help you win championships. But I just don't like the. I just hate that she's in Dallas because I don't think she's gonna get the true opportunity, minutes, and she could bring more value to them than how they're gonna play her. So that's my biggest thing.
Yeah, I just felt like Ty really had took a big step in being able to show what she could do last year in Connecticut, and now it's kind of like she's back on the shelf a little bit. And there were places that I felt like she could have been where she didn't have to be on the shelf. I thought Ty
Yeah,
also would have been a great pickup in. Don't even beat me up in the chat in Los Angeles with the Sparks, but I digress.
I like that.
Uh,
No, I like that fit. I like that.
I
I like
really
the
would have
fit.
liked her there. Move KP to the 2, and you could have Ricky at the 3 or whatever there. But I would have liked Ty Harris as a spark, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Zia Cook is a favorite. Zia Cook was just a spark. Terribly mismanaged by Kurt Miller. To a point where it almost felt personal. When you start hearing stuff about, well, how come Zaya didn't play? And they was like, well, she was late for practice that one time. That one time, bro. What are we talking about? Like she's still getting a check every week,
Practice.
man. Make her own it. Make her earn it. So I just felt like she was mismanaged. I felt like they tried to put a negative jacket around Zaya, and they tried to make her seem like she was less than a pro, and she didn't show up. And we know that's just not the game. That's not Gamecock standard. And if you follow Zia Cook, you know that's not how Zia Cook is cut. So I'm so happy to see her with an opportunity to play in the WNBA. I wish it was somewhere place else because I just feel like Seattle is super clunky, but at least they're gonna get her on the floor. So she had 6 points. She was 100 from 3, 40 from the floor. I think she had about 13 minutes, 2 turnovers, 1 rebound, but almost like she's working her way back into the WNBA almost. So just happy that she's getting a chance. So looking forward to see what she does there. What do you think?
Uh, the fit of being in Seattle because the coach up there, I just don't know I don't know what the hell she's doing up there. I truly don't.
Okay.
I don't understand the rotations, her patterns of rotations. Uh, Zia Cook should be playing more than 13 minutes. Let's just keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a shooting guard, so I don't understand why she's not playing more than 13 minutes. That part don't even make sense to me, right? What's one thing you need out there? You need shooting, right? She brings shooting to the table. Like I don't know when you got when you got Izzy going 1 for 9, when you
Mm-hmm.
got Williams going 1 for 9, Gabby Williams going for 1 for 9. Why don't you have a shooter out there on the floor?
I don't know. I can't. I really can't figure out. I can't figure out what it is with Zaya. And the other thing that I'll say that I'm concerned about here is that I feel like she's gonna be fighting again for minutes behind Lexi Brown, and I feel like
Lexi Brown,
Lexi Brown is a shooter.
but
Lexi
she ain't gonna
Brown
play
is a
that
shooter,
much.
right?
She's
I
just
think
getting it.
okay. I'm gonna say okay because
Yeah,
it's just us talking. It's
yeah.
just us talking. We family. Lexi's a shooter, but I also feel like her last name, and I don't want to say that I don't feel like she earned anything, but because I feel like I'm not saying that she didn't earn her way into the league, but I feel like people try to make her more of a story because of who her father is. Like they feel obligated to put that Brown name out there. So I just and I understand that that's also marketing. Like that puts that's a connection back to NBA players. So I get that part, but let's give everybody a fair shot to get out there and play. What
No,
were you gonna say?
my thing with Lexi Brown is every time Lexi Brown gets it going, she gets sick. So
That too.
that's my biggest thing. Is like there's no reason for you not to say Zia Cook shouldn't be out there even more because if you're depending on Lexi Brown, the minute she gets going and she's to get hot and get into a rhythm, she's out. And she's out for months on top of months to the end to the like the rest of the season. So you can't even really count on that. So Lexi Brown give you, 10 to 15 minutes a game. That's pretty cool for her in the role that she gonna have, right? But you can't tell me Zia Cook shouldn't be out there give you 18 to 22 when she has the skill set that you need on the floor for everybody to be successful.
No, I get that. I get that. And for Lex, what I'm saying about Lexi Brown is this. I'm gonna say this first. I don't want her season to be cut short by her getting sick like it has the last season. Like I'm wishing a healthy season for everybody. So I'm wishing a healthy season on her, and I just want a healthy competition between Zaya and Lexi for them to be able to get on the floor that isn't based on people trying to use her as a marketing, as a marketing, as part of their marketing plan. I mean,
Yeah,
because again, her father is D Brown. Um, that brings eyes from the NBA, and I know that that's important, but sometimes I think it factors into the actual competition of who's getting on the floor. And I just want it to be about who's the best for that moment in that matchup.
no doubt, no doubt.
Let's talk Aaliyah Boston. Let's talk Aaliyah Boston. We got a few minutes here more before we get out of here. Aaliyah Boston, 19 points, 100% from three, 66 from the floor. I think she had 5 blocks.
Yeah, so
Uh,
so with Aaliyah, she had the most impressive opening day game. But consistency wise, I want to see how this looks with Indiana. To me, she had the most impressive first game coming out when you look at it. So, uh, can she do that on consistency? Give you 19 and 13. She has to rebound because they don't really have a lot of rebound on the team. So she should average double figures in rebounds this year. Scoring wise is where I'm like, man, how many true shots is she gonna get throughout the game, throughout the throughout the season, to get to between 15 and 20 points. Because I'm looking at the season, she should average 18 and 12. So, but
I like those
yeah,
numbers for her. I think 18 and 12 is really doable because it looks like she's gonna shoot the three ball more, and she shoots the three ball pretty good. She doesn't take a bad three, um, so she can knock down one or two of those a game with no problem. I think. Uh, I like that she looks like Aaliyah looks like she's in shape. Aaliyah looks like a 4, not a 5. I just go ahead and put that out there. Um,
that's
I,
me personally. I think she should play at the 4. They should bring in a 5. Just longevity to help her, because of the things that she can do. You got to think about it. I think she could punish a lot of 4s that's playing 4s. That I mean, over time we'll see. But right now she's playing the 5, so we got to roll with it.
I mean, I think that you can see Indiana maybe depending on how Timpson comes along, right? You may see them try to go with like depending on certain matchups, like a Leah and a Timpson on the floor at the same time. Just for that pure physicality and athleticism, and then it's still that rim protection, right? Because Aaliyah's gonna bang, she's gonna bang, she's gonna bang. Um, Aaliyah Boston looks like she's really finding her groove and her role in Indiana and what that's going to be and what that looks like that's comfortable for her, right? Because I think last year it was just a lot of pressure with trying to figure out how do you fit in, how she's fitting in with Caitlin being there and being the rookie
Mm-hmm.
of the year and still, one of the faces of the team and figuring out, because I think she also was one of the veterans, senior veteran leadership on the team last year, just as a like shit as a second season WNBA player. So I'm excited and proud of Aaliyah for everything, for everything that she went through last year from off season to now. She looked ready to go. Indiana, like I said, I got them losing in the semifinals. Um, I I still want Aaliyah Boston out of Indiana. That's just my own personal, preference. But she looks locked in and ready to go in
To
Indiana. So
to be
go
honest
ahead.
with you, I got some questions about Indiana, but I'm gonna save it for a different show. The
Hmm.
questions I got, because I mean, if we just talking Gamecocks, and then the shortening of this show. But I still got some questions about Indiana for sure. But we're gonna see how things play out. I'm gonna give it before I really go and say how what my concerns are with Indiana. I'm gonna give it 3 games, right? Because you want to give it a sample size so you can see if you're seeing the same thing. So the patterns that you're seeing, if it goes into 3 games, it's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna speak about. But I want to see how after 3 games what it looks like. So we can find out.
We got 128 in the chat, y'all. Run them likes up for us. Run them likes up for us on both platforms. Make sure you are subscribed to the VIP. Make sure y'all subscribe to the VIP. We got the cash apps down there if y'all want to contribute to the pull ups. So you said next 3 games. Next 3 games are going to be Atlanta, New York. Mm.
After they play New York, that's when we're gonna have.
I
That's
don't.
what I'm gonna see.
I don't know if we learned. I don't know. Well, I guess after the first 3 games, it would have been Chicago, Atlanta. We wouldn't get to New York. But the next three
But
games are Atlanta, New York. I don't know how much we learned from Atlanta. Well, Atlanta is going to be interesting because we'll get the Atlanta BG matchup, which is always for whatever reason, a fiery matchup. So
no,
we go
we
get Atlanta back
actually
to back this week,
we're
Tuesday and
gonna
Thursday.
what
Go ahead.
the areas of concern of what I'm talking about. We gonna see it in Atlanta because they're gonna. I'm gonna let things play out before I really get into what I'm talking about. But I think
So
you'll
we'll hear
see.
about them next Monday.
Yeah.
You'll be able to give us an assessment on that on Sunday because we go do Atlanta back to back. Atlanta on the 20th to 22nd,
Yeah,
and then New York on Saturday. So
yeah. We're
yeah,
gonna
next
so
Monday
when we
we'll
do, yeah, we
we'll
know.
break that down. Yeah, we discussed Tiffany Mitchell. Last Gamecock to discuss before we get out of here. Kamilla Cardoso, big doso. Let's talk Kamilla Cardoso.
7.7
7 points,
rebounds, 2 assists.
4 fouls, 33% from the floor, 2 blocks. With all of that said, and I know I said 4 fouls, it just wasn't enough. Kamilla Cardoso, and people. Let me say this. Two things about Kamilla Cardoso that I need people to understand. Um, Kamilla Cardoso has a super high basketball IQ. Her understanding of the game is so underrated. Um, when Kamilla gets in foul trouble, it seems like she takes the aggression down and tries to figure out how to stay on the floor, and that gets her even more out of her game. Right? Last year, I wish that, and I kept saying, Teaspoon, just let her foul out. Let her foul out because once you are in the game and you're trying to contribute, and then you foul out, and the team can't finish. I think you can learn something from sitting there and watching that instead of her protecting her so much. Like, oh, she about to foul out. Get the bubble wrap off. If she foul out, it don't roll over to the next game. She's not suspended. It's just a lesson that she has to learn. But I think fouling out and letting her go through those experiences will teach her too how to make adjustments to how they call games in the WNBA. What I noticed in the WNBA over just this weekend is in the first half they ain't calling a whole lot. Bang out, bang, smack around, whatever you're gonna do. Second half, it's gonna tighten up. They swallow the whistles in the first half. They're gonna blow them to death in the second half. Make the adjustments. Who can figure that out the most? Go with that. Um, I got super concerns about Chicago. Like for me, I'm like Kamilla, pack it up. I got Kamilla getting out of Chicago before Angel. I don't feel like they use her. I don't feel like they use her properly. I feel like Kamilla Cardoso is a global brand that is overlooked and mismarketed right now. Angel is way more connected to Chicago, has been way more accepted in Chicago, has way more connections to Chicago. I think they would fight harder to keep Angel in Chicago. Camilla is like, yo, I just want to win. I just want to win. Where we winning at? Give me up out of here and let's go win. So I can see Camilla really asking to get out of Chicago. Not that I feel like she hates Chicago, but when you've had the type of career in basketball that Camilla has had, you're just used to winning. She won at the AAU level, she won at the college level, she won at the high school level. Like she's a winner, so she's gonna want to get to the winning sooner than later. And like she said last year, I ain't. She lost more games last year than she lost in her whole probably college career. Like she went to China and was successful. So I just feel like I feel like she's in a situation where she's gonna have to get out of there. It's another first year head coach who doesn't have a lot of experience with rotations and who doesn't have a lot of experience with rotations and lineups, and he doesn't have a strong assistant coaching staff around him. It don't seem like so. That's my assessment. Camilla had an okay game. Could have had a much better game if she'd have been able to stay on the floor, but I don't think that they put her in positions where she could really stay out of foul trouble. So that's my thoughts. What you got?
So the biggest thing I look at is what's the intentions in Chicago for her? Like what is the purpose, right? And so you have to ask yourself, who is the most important person on the floor that you want to get involved early, right? I don't worry about a player like Angel Reese getting involved early because she's going to insert herself into a game. You ain't got to worry about that. She's going to impact the game without you have to run offense through her or for her. You got to get Kamilla going early. You get her going early. I think the energy level of how she plays, the success rate of being successful on the floor, not fouling. I think a lot of it just comes from frustration of not being able to touch the ball offensive wise, no, not really seeing the ball, and she's just out there. She wants to be involved in the game. Like if I'm gonna be out here, and I just showed you that I just put all this work in overseas preseason, during the off season, and I'm ready to go in shape and really ready to go locked in for the season, and to come out first game and I ain't really getting no touches. What we doing? Like what is the true game plan?
Yeah.
Like yo, I should be like it's crazy. Like the first preseason game, right? The first play of the game was ran for Cardoso.
Mm-hmm.
So why we didn't run the first play of the game? You know what I'm saying? Why we didn't stay in that action? Let's go run that
Do,
action. Let's see if they can really guard us.
do you think that Vandersloot being hurt that next preseason game took them away from getting used to going into that action? Because it was
Yeah,
Vandersloot that was
yeah.
that was
I
out there
mean,
directing that.
it's always gonna be on a point, right? Whoever the point is, they're gonna call what they call, right? But
Mm-hmm.
also, it's got to be a game plan to say, hey, we got to get Cardoso going early. No matter what happens, we got to get her going early. If she's gonna be out here, let's get her going and let's find out what it is. Because now you finna play Atlanta, right? Oh, no, they're not finna play Atlanta. That's in Indiana. Who's that next game?
New York, ain't it?
So now, all right. So now you got Jacquel Jones. You got to deal with. You got Stewie, right? So Angel guard Stewie. You got Jacquel. It's gonna be an interesting matchup now. So now what do? You don't think
And we're
you
gonna
don't
find out.
think you don't think New York finna get real physical?
Yes,
Okay.
as they should, as they should, as they
So
should.
so now
This is
you
this.
gotta so you gotta fight back, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to come in fighting, but you got to come out fighting. The other part though is too like, yo, I could come out here and do all this fighting, and I could get this lead, and then when I go sit down, I already know the people coming in behind me can't even maintain it.
But listen, we gotta get you going. I what
No, no, no. I'm talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
I'm talking about Chicago Sky in general. I'm
Yeah.
just saying in general. Like, no, I want to get her going, but I mean that's
Yeah.
just the reality of Chicago. It's like, dang, it's always an uphill battle because of what their bench looks like. Yeah, John Quayle,
Yeah.
Stewie, and Nayar.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta deal with it, but you gotta get her going. You got Angel Reese. One thing you know about it, she gonna get you 13 rebounds. It don't matter how it come. It could be 13 defensive rebounds. It could be 10 offensive rebounds. Some way somehow she gonna get you 13 rebounds. So we got to figure out how do we Kamilla to shine to be who she was overseas. What does that look like, right? Because when people always talk, when people came talking about Europe versus the W, you can see, hey, listen, a kid just went over there and started in her role, average, you know what I'm saying, 20 something points and 12 boards, and a W, you can't even get the ball. It's like, what we doing? So it just comes down to game planning, right? What's the focus on Chicago? Like, what's your real intentions? Because if your real intentions is gonna get shown, you really got 2 more years left before Kamilla can really just walk out the door, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Because the only
Yeah,
way you can
but I
keep her
think
there,
that somebody's gonna force a trade. Like Kamilla or Angel are gonna force a trade.
yeah, for
Like,
sure. I mean,
and then I seen. I don't know if that was James. Somebody was like, "Who would trade for Kamilla Cardoso? Who wouldn't?"
it's a lot of
Tell
people
me a
would.
team that tell me a team that couldn't use a 6'7" big like Cardoso.
It's a lot of people that would. Shit, you think the Aces would? That trade kid starts with a heartbeat. Like what?
Oh, I'm not saying that Kamilla doesn't love her teammates. I'm not saying that she don't love the city. What I'm saying is Kamilla Cardoso is not gonna keep getting up losing every day. I don't give a damn how much she loved the city, and she's definitely not gonna get up and keep losing every damn game. And she's not even being not even a main part of the offense. Like Cardoso is basically out there sometimes like the third, fourth option. She's 6'7", tallest player on the court most games.
I just think
Run the
they
floor,
need to.
protect the rim,
Yeah,
all of that. So y'all know Kamilla. We watched Kamilla at the Gamecocks. First of all, Kamilla don't even like you to tell her stuff that doesn't make sense. Camilla doesn't go out and do dumb basketball shit. That's the other problem that she has. She don't go do dumb basketball shit. So you saw it when they called to play for her to go with in the game against Las Vegas, and she was like, "Ain't gonna work." She shook her head in the. I'm gonna go out here and do it because I was taught that you listen to your coach and you go out here and do it. But her facial expression, her body, she let them know, bro, this ain't gonna work with Asia. I know her. I ain't doing that. Well, okay, if that's what y'all want me to do, I will. But at some point, I wish somebody would have a basketball conversation with Kamilla, and I wish people would listen to what Dawn Staley told y'all. Because what she told y'all was, if you want to get the best out of Kamilla, build some trust with her. If you don't build trust with her, you don't get the best out of her. You have to build a relationship with her. She told y'all that. If y'all listen to Dawn, she tells you how to get the best out of all her players. And don't take much, but build a relationship with her. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, you good, you good. Hey, listen, Kamilla, what she can offer, what she can bring to the table, she can bring a lot more. The first game's out the way, moving on to the next, but we gotta have a different game plan coming game two than from game one. And that's getting her going early. She's got to you like the first 5 to 6 plays. She needs to be involved in three out of 4 or 5 out of 6. She needs to be involved as much as possible from the get go and not waiting throughout the game. Because one thing about her, if you wait to get her involved, she's gonna be in foul trouble because she's gonna get frustrated. Because like, damn, like I'm out here, I'm not just gonna be out here just rebounding. Right, I want to be involved and help us win games, but it's always gonna be tough to win games in Chicago when you ain't got no bench. But I just think they can do a lot to help her and Angel both at the same time. But one thing I do love is when Angel gets the ball, that Angel actually does look for that high-low action, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
vice
absolutely.
versa. So I do love that part about it, but we got to get to it. And if those two ain't touching the ball, how do we get to it?
All right. Let me see. This may be a hot take. Kamilla would be perfect on the fever right now. Casey is a rim runner and one of the fastest centers in the league. She has good hands and she sets great screens. And CC wants to play with her. I asked what y'all thought about Kamilla and Aaliyah Boston and CC in Indiana. Do you think the offseason being in a rival instead of overseas will help Mills for relationship purposes? It could, but we needed Kamilla to go to China to get the development that she needed in her game. She needed
Uh,
that. And
Unrivaled thing.
I don't know if 3-on-3 is I don't know how I don't know if that helps Camilla's game. She probably could have built relationships, but I don't know if she'd have got the development that she got.
Unrivaled doesn't help her. She doesn't. She doesn't shoot threes. It's more of a transition game for 3-on-3 than it because it's full court. It's not a half court game; it's a full court. So it's
So yeah, I mean, y'all, we are back. We are back later on this evening with our Las Vegas Aces hot take show. Rob, what you got before we get out of here as far as these 9 Gamecocks and what you're expecting this week?
we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all know what it is, man. Check us out every Monday. We will be doing Gamecocks in the W. And then Monday nights, we're going to be doing the Aces, Las Vegas Aces. So every Monday, we come with 2 shows, Gamecocks in the W and the Las Vegas Aces at night. So y'all tune in. If y'all want to see some more of me, I am going to do a Colorado show and here in just a minute. Y'all come check us out on Wednesday for hot takes. And we got a hot takes on Friday, private live. So if you're not a member, you better join today because you're going to miss a good one on Friday. You never know who might pop up in there live. So stay tuned.
Y'all know what it is. I'm back at 2:00 with Now What with the nephew. We got Now joining the conversation with Coach Rowe. Coach Rowe been talking trash since yesterday. He's number 3 in the NBA WNBA fantasy league. The Liberty won, so y'all know. I don't know how he gonna show up, man. This dude might show up with a whole band. I don't know how he's showing up tonight. And then we got hoops tonight. So I think we got Seattle and Dallas. Who's your pick?
I don't trust neither one of these coaches, man. I don't trust it.
Man. Okay. I'm going Dallas. Because they're at the crib. Paige, you need to get one at the crib.
I'm gonna take Dallas to bounce back because I think AO might go crazy tonight. I think you might see a 30 ball from AO tonight. So I'm taking Dallas.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking with us. If you have not hit the subscribe button, if you haven't hit the subscribe button already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button on both platforms. Ring that notification bell. Do not miss the next drop. Like, comment, share this thing out. Tell 5 people that you was here and bring them back tonight. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Talk soon. Cess Talk Sports, Rob the Man Media. We